Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I am Carolyn from EternalSoulAwakening.com. And today we are going to be doing a tarot reading. I'm doing a very specific tarot reading for a very specific person. So if this is you, please let me know in the comments section. If you think that it might be you, if you resonate with this, then I would suggest for you to really trust that. So the cards that I pulled to represent you were a sort of perplexing to me a little bit, because I was like, well, who is this person, right? We have the Moon card, so you're somebody who's a bit mysterious. Maybe people even mention that about you. They find that you're someone who keeps things close to the chest. Maybe you don't share vulnerabilities freely with everyone. You're someone who I think people would say, oh, well, when you get to know them, they're really amazing, right? So maybe people find you to be a little standoffish at first, but then once you are close with them, they actually do know you when they dig a little deeper. You also could be somebody who does that on purpose. Like you just don't see the reason to share yourself with everyone unless they prove themselves, which I think is a great boundary to have. So kudos to you. I also believe that there are parts of you, depths about you that are a mystery even to you. I also feel like that's a little frustrating for you because you really do like to know yourself. But I also believe that there are depths to a person that may be difficult to get to the extent that you're wanting to know. Okay, and then the other card that I have is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups tells me that maybe you're someone who is very discerning about choices that they're making. You're very discerning about situations that you're willing to engage in. So much so that sometimes you are questioning whether or not to enter into something that really is for you. Maybe you're a little over analytical sometimes. And I feel like this will sometimes make you prone to boredom because nothing's really happening. I also feel, especially coupled with this card here, is that sometimes when someone offers you something, you don't automatically think, oh, that's great, thank you, wonderful, I'll definitely do that. You're somebody who needs a minute to think about it. And I also feel as though sometimes you may be looking for danger where it doesn't exist. Okay, so maybe a little bit on the vigilant side of accepting offers of assistance, help, and opportunity. And you also may be somebody that just flat out will not accept help for whatever the reason. It could be that you feel as though accepting help makes you look weak. But I think more likely is that you don't want the other person to feel obligated. So with those two cards, that's what I'm seeing. Now, there's an issue that you're having right now. And this really kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, and I was really confused. So I actually had to pull an oracle card to help me understand what the problem was, because for whatever the problem is, we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the energy of happiness, delight, joy, balance, celebration, even peace. And I feel like this is an energy that you particularly are looking for in almost every case of these potential opportunities and offers that you're receiving that maybe you feel hesitant to accept. We also have the Lovers. The Lovers is divine love of some kind, right? A divine partnership, love in general. And sometimes it could indicate a decision. So it's possible that you are avoiding making a decision, or there's a decision that you need to make that you're completely unaware of, which again, with the moon, really makes me feel like that's a plausibility here. And probably why I felt so confused when the Ten of Cups and the Lover showed up, of like, I mean, heck, anybody would be happy to get those two cards together. But this is in the area of what the problem is for you, right? And then again, inexplicably, we have the Six of Pentacles, another really amazing card to get. This card represents balance in energy exchange, help, assistance, yin and yang, things working out, abundance to a degree, right? So this is showing me, if this was not in what is the issue category, I would be so elated for you. I'd be so happy, so excited. But because this is in what is the issue right now, super confusing. So something that I kind of felt when I was asking is that you could be in resistance to a lot of this energy in your life right now. It could be that somebody is offering you, maybe there's a divine connection that you are considering right now that you're worried is going to hurt you. You're worried about the vulnerability aspect. You're worried about whether or not this is going to actually bring you happiness or balance to your life. But these cards are very clear, very clear. So I did mention that I pulled an oracle card, and the oracle card that I pulled from the Dark Mirror tarot deck, or oracle deck, sorry, is Colorless Angel. Okay, and this card to me represents someone who is not shining their light, someone who is purposefully making themselves less intense, less loud, less big. This energy feels like soul crushing, right? And I believe that because of the vigilance that I saw in the first two cards, you may be inadvertently rejecting these energies here. You may be inadvertently not accepting something that is actually in your highest and best good out of fear, or it honestly kind of feels a little bit like programming, like old programming. I can't be myself. I need to make myself smaller to make other people feel more comfortable. That's how I get my peace, right? And I think that might be something that you're worried about with this current potential connection, either a divine love connection, a business opportunity, or a creative experience that you're about to enter into. It definitely feels like there's something showing up for you right now. Oh, and I feel like even for some of you, this could feel like too good to be true. Too good to be true. You mean to tell me I've gone through all of this heartache, all of this difficulty, and now all of a sudden this gem is here. I've been presented with gems before that turned out to be coal. So I understand your hesitancy. I really do. I understand why you might be rejecting initially the opportunity here. This opportunity it's clear. It is going to bring you joy, abundance, balance, peace, and you are going to truly love this. Really, with the lovers, you are going to love this opportunity. Right, so what is the advice? What does Spirit say will help in this situation? Okay, they came out like this. All right. So the first card that came out was the Seven of Cups. You are avoiding making this decision, and Spirit is very clear that you must make it. You must decide. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to communicate the decision to anyone. You simply must make the decision inside of you for yourself. Really think about the truth of this situation. Okay? The thing about the Seven of Cups is that the reason that this person is having such a difficult time choosing is because they are seeing so many dangers amongst the treasure. And the most prominent cup that we see here has a sheet over top of it. So we don't even know what's underneath that. How could we possibly choose that? This is where intuition comes in. And if you're being too logical in this situation, you're not going to feel clarity. The second card that came out was the Star. So the Star is representing hopes and dreams. Spirit is saying for you to focus on your hopes and your dreams. To take yourself out of the situation for a moment. Yes, you have to make this decision, but let's regroup for a minute and remember, what is it that you're hoping for? What is it that you're dreaming to happen? Dreaming about to happen, right? What is it that you are really wanting? And then once you have that established from your heart with your feelings, does that match this opportunity that's coming in? Vigilance aside, avoidance aside, okay? Put aside your fears. You feel as though this is something that could trap you. You feel as though this is something that could harm you, really. That you could be stuck in some way. But my dear, you are free. You do not have to engage with anything. I feel like the reason for this fear of being stuck is because you're so intense with your love and your connection to a person, a place, thing, opportunity, experience, that you're worried about feeling so happy. I mean, I see that here. The potential for real joy is so high in this particular opportunity that's either at your doorstep or about to be at your doorstep, that you're so afraid of how you'll feel once it leaves. And you're afraid that if you do want to leave, let's say it has outlived its usefulness in your life, that you won't be able to leave. But you are free, my dear. Spirit is saying very clearly that you are free, that this is not something that you need to worry about, that this is divinely aligned. Divinely aligned. No one can keep you from your alignment other than you. So if you were to enter into this experience and it was finished and you wanted to leave and you were not the one keeping yourself there, you can leave. You don't need to be afraid. You're always protected unless you decide that you're not. Okay? And the fourth card that we pulled is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about having patience for the things that are coming in. So whatever this connection is, this divine love, this aligned experience coming in for you is, I believe that you are going to see this coming. And I feel like you're somebody that would rather it kind of catch you off guard so that you have to make a quick decision. But that's not the way that this is going to work out. You're going to see this coming so that you do get to make a real definitive decision and learn how to have patience for your process. Okay? Just because you're struggling to decide doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It means that you're learning how to have patience for yourself. You're learning how to build up that stamina of, this is how I operate. I'm not going to make last second decisions anymore, and I'm not going to keep myself from opportunities that are truly in my highest and best good. So to sum it up, the advice here is to focus on what it is that you're really wanting. Release any fears or doubts associated with receiving that. Have patience for yourself when it comes to making the decision that is going to show up for you. But definitely make the decision. Because if you don't make a decision in this area, because let me tell you, this opportunity feels so big, almost like a big boulder in the middle of your path. This is not something that you can avoid choosing. This is not something that you can just put off for later and continue with everything else. It feels like this decision is sort of hinging on everything, which builds pressure, right? And that's why the advice is for you to be patient with yourself, to give yourself compassion, empathy, and hold your own hand during this process. It almost feels like the entire thing is aligned. All of the struggle that you have, making the decision, watching it come towards you, having to mull it over. Is this what I want? Is this not what I want? Am I okay with this? Am I not okay with this? This is a huge opportunity for growth with you right now. And Spirit is very quite literally saying, have you grown? Are you ready? Are you going to the next level or no? It's time for you to open up, not necessarily to others, but to yourself. To allow yourself to be vulnerable and trust that you will be there for you. It's not about the other people. Other people are going to do whatever it is that they want. This situation is about how far do you trust yourself? And in this situation, it's trust building for sure. Not just with another person, opportunity, or entity. This is trust building within yourself. That you're not going to hold yourself back any longer. That you're going to allow yourself to be free, as excited as you want to be, as loud as you want to be, as intense as you want to be, or as you are. Yeah. The biggest advice is just don't shy away from the choice. And when you feel the pressure, you're going to know why. Anyway, my dear, that is what I have for you today. If this resonated for you, Please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any more of these readings. And I will see you in the next one.